You speak English? No English.
I have no idea what that was.
Camera, obviously, because I'm in the woods there.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. It was a typical May night in Oklahoma, or so it seemed. Chris, the man behind the channel Sooner Sasquatch, is no stranger to the deep woods. But this night would become one of his most unsettling experiences. Drawn by a foul stench and strange commotion echoing through the trees, Chris ventured into the forest, alone, without a flashlight, armed only with a night vision camera. What he captured would shake even the most seasoned explorers.
I'm by myself in pitch dark. I have no light source. All I have is this night vision camera that I'm trying out, and I just came from back in there, which this light source is not picking up very well. Thought it was going to be a lot better than that. I got back in there and I had to turn around because I couldn't see. I don't even have a flashlight.
Navigating by the dim green hues of his night vision, Chris moves deeper into the woods. The air becomes heavy with a pungent, rotting smell, one he compares to a decaying animal. Something was off. Something wasn't right.
As I was walking out, there was some commotion over here. So I came over here and it smells like a freaking dead animal.
He scans the tree line, trying to detect any movement, any eye shine. The forest around him is dead silent, until suddenly,
whoa, the hell was that? Oh shit.
from behind the brush, a dark figure shifts, barely visible but unmistakably there. The creature recoils, as if it doesn't want to be seen. Instinct kicks in. Chris runs. The camera shakes violently, catching only brief flashes of the forest as he sprints out in fear. Once the video was uploaded, the comments exploded with speculation. Some viewers swore it resembled a cryptid, perhaps Bigfoot or some forest-dwelling beast. Others insisted it was just an animal reacting to the infrared light, but most agreed on one thing. The way the creature reacted wasn't normal. Instead of fleeing like a startled deer, it recoiled, as if it was aware it was being watched. Some claim it was trying to stay hidden, which raises an unsettling question. Why? And then there's the smell. Could it be connected to the creature? Or was something else nearby? Something dead. Chris has never returned to that stretch of woods. He still doesn't know exactly what he saw, and maybe that's for the best, but the footage remains, and so do the questions. So the next time you catch the scent of something rotting in the middle of the forest, take a moment to ask yourself, is it really just a dead animal? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Meet Josh, a young and fearless YouTuber behind the channel Exploring with Josh. Known for diving into abandoned buildings and haunted places, his goal is always the same: uncover the hidden, document the unknown. But on August 7th, 2016, he and 3 of his friends, John, Stephen, and Cody, ventured into a place far different from the usual ruins, a massive lava tube called the Ape Cave in Washington State. What began as a casual summer exploration would quickly spiral into something far more eerie.
Oh, today we're going to Mount St. Helens. We're going to Ape Cave.
Oh god, this looks like some from a horror movie.
Yeah, this is
and it's really dark.
movie too. Lucky we got some lanterns. Well, they do.
Oh god.
So dark.
Yo,
Alright.
it is darker than I thought, everyone.
Jeez. I really feel like
Let the guys go first with the light.
Yo, I got the lantern. Okay, hold on.
The group enters the cave with lanterns, their excitement high. But as they crawl deeper, the mood shifts. The path narrows until two of the friends decide to stop. Josh and Steve continue, crawling on their knees into the cold darkness.
Dude, it goes so low. It goes like ground, like kneeling.
I too?
I don't even know if this leads out anywhere. I think it's just the end. We can be crawling all day.
Let's find out.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Dude, actually, I think you can go deeper.
Yeah, it goes. You think we can go deeper?
Oh my god.
We could try it.
That's scary. That's so scary. Like, I'm just picturing in my head what if like, the cave collapses and
I know.
no way back.
We're not
I
gonna
really
think.
doubt it.
I'm not gonna think about that. I'm crawling, man.
Oh, me too. I'm crawling.
It gets even smaller.
I'm getting my clothes. I don't even know. Dude.
Eventually, the tight tunnel opens up into a wider chamber. Relieved but unnerved, they start to turn back, only to encounter something they never expected. A young girl, alone, silent, trembling. She didn't speak English, only stared at them with wide eyes, clearly frightened.
I don't know
You
if
speak
they
English? No English.
No?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, come with us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna come
Can
with
you tell
us?
them their daughter's up here and she's scared?
They don't speak. She doesn't speak
She doesn't
English.
speak
They don't
English.
speak English.
It's okay.
It's alright. This is the way back.
The group puts away their camera and helps her back toward the entrance. There, her parents are found frantically calling her name in another language. She's finally reunited with them, safe, but visibly shaken.
What an experience. As we were about to leave, this little girl comes up out of nowhere, scares us, and at first we're like, wait, whose parents are hers? And she was just there alone by herself. Then she just stood there in the back, so I started talking to her, but she wouldn't answer me. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think she speaks English. It turns out she really didn't speak English at all. She's by herself, crawled the whole way in there by herself, no light. No light, what the heck? I don't get it, no light. She didn't even speak English. So they were like, okay, come with us. And eventually, I guess her parents were yelling her name in their language. And yeah, she went back, but she started crying and stuff. It was kind of a crazy situation.
How did the girl get so deep into the cave, with no light and no guide? Josh later explained that she had gotten separated from her parents and continued crawling into the depths, unaware of how far she was going. But there are still unanswered questions. Why didn't she call out? Why didn't they hear her earlier? And what if Josh and Steve had turned back when the cave narrowed? Would anyone have ever found her? Some viewers believe there's something more to the ape cave. A strange presence, a guiding force, or maybe something that lures people deeper. This wasn't just another exploration. It became a rescue mission, one that could have ended very differently. Josh's persistence may have saved a life, but the eerie silence of the cave and the mystery of how far the girl traveled alone still haunts him to this day. So if you ever venture into the unknown, ask yourself, who might be waiting in the dark, hoping someone will come just a little bit further. Meet Lou, the voice behind the channel Camper Vibe. Known for sharing van life adventures alongside her wife Emily, Lou has spent years exploring Europe's forests and hidden trails. But on January 4th, 2023, Lou ventured into the woods near Pluckley Village, alone. Her goal? A peaceful night of hammock camping. But what she got was one of the most chilling nights of her life.
Right, camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. Want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bag, some bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff, out of the rain, which is coming.
With the rain starting to fall, Lou set up her hammock and fire, joking with viewers as she prepped dessert. But the cheerful tone quickly shifted. Distant sounds echoed through the woods. Strange screams, train rumbles, even what sounded like gunshots.
Pudding is not that glamorous either. Can you see that? don't know if you can see, a Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically, chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh, whoa. Get that fire going, I think. Now the rain, I think the rain stopped. Or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming?
There's a lot of noises in these woods. Sounds like kids screaming. As night fell, the atmosphere darkened. Lou described hearing footsteps, deliberate, human-sounding, circling her camp.
This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like. I've spent so much time with deer.
She tried to ignore it, calming herself by the fire. But hours later, as she lay in her hammock, the footsteps returned. Closer this time.
I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
She didn't dare turn on her light, frozen with fear. The steps stopped right next to her. Then silence. Then again, crunching leaves, someone circling. The night dragged on, the terror mounting. Was someone really stalking Lou? She later explained that the location was just a mile from the infamous Screaming Woods, an area steeped in folklore. Ghostly figures, disappearances, strange whispers. One tale tells of a decapitated highwayman whose spirit now roams the area, but what Lou encountered felt human. Could it have been a lost hiker, a prankster, or something far more sinister, drawn to the isolation, lurking just outside the glow of the firelight? Lou made it out safely, but the night left its mark.
That was the first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all.
So who, or what, was walking around her hammock in the middle of the night? She may never know. And some mysteries are better left unsolved. This is Hoggett, the man behind the Hoggett Project, a YouTube channel loved for its peaceful outdoor adventures and immersive camping vlogs. Known for seeking out remote and serene spots, Hoggett typically finds comfort in nature's silence. But on October 29, 2024, during what began as a calm solo trip near Mount Rainier, he would come face to face with something that defied explanation.
So this is the camp site that we chose. Just couldn't pass it up with this awesome view of the mountain here, Mount Rainier. So, didn't even really take a look over here at this side. That's all bedded down, so it looks like some animals took some cover, especially right here. That's a nice little circular spot.
As the sun dipped behind the hills, Hoggett set up his tent and fire pit. Everything seemed perfect. But just as he prepared dinner, loud knocks echoed from the forest.
The tent is all set up. I'm gonna have a fire tonight. I brought a fire pit. It is kind of scarce right here, but if I go out a little ways, I'm sure I'll find something.
Switching on his night vision camera, Hoggett scanned the tree line. That's when he saw it, a shadowy silhouette lurking just beyond the brush. Not an animal, not a trick of the light. Something, or someone, watching him. Moments later, a voice pierced the stillness. "It's just us." Shaken but trying to stay grounded, Hoggett brushed it off and resumed making dinner. But the eerie atmosphere only grew thicker. Strange sounds, snapping twigs, rustling leaves, surrounded him.
No idea what the audio is gonna sound like. I'm trying a new microphone and I can already tell you I'm not a fan.
That night, as he lay in his tent, soft footsteps crept around the perimeter. Deliberate, human-like. He lay frozen, barely breathing. Eventually, the sounds faded, and sleep took over. But the terror was far from over. The next morning, the knocking returned. Louder. Closer. And now the squirrels were panicking, shrieking, as if something unnatural had entered their forest.
Good morning, everyone. I haven't looked outside yet. Daylight is out. Okay. There's a few sounds. I don't know if it was the wind. There's something walking around out here, but it definitely recorded a little bit of it, of the audio. Could just be like little mice. So I've gone through 4 freaking batteries. There's something in the woods. This one could die at any minute, so I have my phone as a backup.
The night vision footage didn't capture a clear figure, but Hoggett's reaction was undeniably real. Some commenters speculated Bigfoot. Others thought it could have been a forest stalker. But the voice, mocking, cold, remains the most unsettling detail. Who is us? Was it a spirit? A mental projection, or a warning? Animals often react first to what we can't see. And that morning, the squirrels and chipmunks seemed to sense something more than just a camper. Hoggett packed up and left shortly after. He never found the source of the noises, but the fear, that cold, crawling fear, stayed with him long after he returned home. So if you're out in the wild and hear a whisper in the dark, ask yourself, was it the wind, or was it something, waiting just beyond the light? Meet Kevin, a seasoned YouTuber and the creator behind Homesteading Off the Grid, a channel that documents his peaceful life with his wife Dearly in rural Virginia. Their vlogs are usually calm, focused on gardening, chores, and the quiet rhythms of nature. But on April 11th, 2019, while filming just another day of work in the garden, Kevin captured something truly terrifying. Something that neither of them could explain.
All right, guys, you've been saying time to put up or shut up. I'm saying it's time to put up or shut up too. Did you hear that, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what's going on, guys. As you can see, my beautiful bride, Giggly Girl, and myself are out here working this morning. She is potting up oak trees that we're growing from acorns.
As Kevin chopped wood and Dearly potted oak saplings, an eerie sound shattered the calm. A low, guttural scream echoed from the woods nearby. Kevin immediately grabbed his camera. Something up there is not happy. The scream came again, more aggressive this time, as if answering Kevin's axe strikes. Dearly heard it too. The couple froze, unsure of what had made the noise. Kevin explained that he had heard the sound before starting to film, and that it had moved deeper into the forest once he began recording. Despite trying to brush it off, the fear was clear in Kevin's voice. He scanned the tree line with his camera, but nothing was visible.
Did you
Sound
hear
like
that?
it's screaming at me, yeah.
Oh, wow.
As soon as I start this, no?
Yeah.
Many viewers speculated that it might have been an animal, a fox, maybe even a bobcat. But the tone and pattern of the scream seemed different. Some theorized it could be a Bigfoot responding to Kevin's wood knocks. Others noted the timing of the screams. They only happened when Kevin struck the wood. Could it have been a warning, a challenge, or something imitating human behavior from the shadows? Kevin and Dearly finished their chores, but the sound lingered in their minds. Kevin posted the video hoping someone could identify what they heard. But to this day, no one has provided a definitive answer. So the next time you're alone in the woods, chopping wood or walking a trail, and you hear something scream in the distance, don't assume you're alone. Meet Erlo, a 29-year-old YouTuber and the creator behind Erlo Brown, a channel known for its fearless explorations of wild terrain. From dense forests to abandoned caves, Erlo ventures into remote landscapes across South Africa, always in search of something mysterious. But on September 30th, 2021, while setting up trail cameras deep within the hilly forests, Erlo would hear something that defied logic and nearly paralyzed him with fear. That day, Erlo was alone. No friends, no dog, just him and his gear. He hiked deep into the forest, searching for the perfect hidden spot to mount a trail cam. A valley surrounded by thick tree lines seemed ideal.
I think we have found a perfect place to place the trail camera. So this trail running along here is literally the only entrance and exit for this entire valley.
He picked a secluded location, barely used by people. But just as he set down his equipment, the calm was shattered. A loud, unrecognizable sound ripped through the trees. It wasn't an animal, not one he recognized. The volume, the pitch, the sheer power of the sound shook him. Erlo froze, staring into the thicket. The noise didn't repeat. No movement, no rustling. That was not an animal. I'm gonna leave. Without a second thought, he grabbed his gear and retreated, heart pounding. He didn't stop until he was far from the tree line.
I have no idea what that was. That was not an animal. I think I'm gonna leave.
Back home, Erlo uploaded the footage and shared his story with viewers. The comment section exploded with theories. Some speculated a territorial predator, possibly a leopard, or even a baboon attempting intimidation, but many disagreed. The sound didn't match anything in the animal kingdom. It had a strange echo to it, almost mechanical or worse, intelligent. Could it have been a mimic? Something watching Erlo and trying to scare him off? Others wondered if the trail cam might have been close to something unnatural, something that didn't want to be seen. To this day, Erlo hasn't returned to that part of the forest. He never retrieved the trail camera, and there have been no updates since. Was it a wild animal? Something supernatural? Or a warning from something that didn't want to be found? Whatever it was, it left Erlo and thousands of his viewers haunted. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.